This is my family vacation, May of 2023. We drove from Pennsylvania to Brighton, Michigan, where I was living at the time. This is a photo of a muskrat from Mill Pond. We also saw birds and other wildlife while there. The following day, my mom, sister, and I all did some water painting. This is my sister's painting. This is my mom's painting. And this last one was my painting. After that, we went to Kensington Metro Park. Here's a salamander we saw in the Nature Center building. Outside of the building, we saw a lot of sandhill cranes, but also this snapping turtle, these fish, and this snake. By the way, the sandhill cranes were super loud that day and scared us. Next up, we started a road trip. The first place we stopped at was Frankenmuth Christmas Store. This is the largest Christmas store in the world. We saw so many ornaments and took some pictures outside with the decor. My dad kept making the joke that he found his angel because he lost his, I guess they lost their angel a couple years ago. But here's the cabin that we stayed at. This was when we went out to Sleeping Bear Sand Dunes. It was really cute. We got two little cabins. Blair and Dalton slept in one, and me, my mom, and dad slept in the other. While we were in the Sand Dunes National Park, we did the driving tour, the scenic route. This was the first stop, that little bridge there. And then the next one, we got to see an overlook of the lake and lots of sand dunes. I think there was 13 stops total, or maybe 12. I can't remember exactly, but every single one that actually had an outlook was absolutely breathtaking. We also hiked a little trail, actually just my mom, sister, and I. It was a little chilly that day, but the trail was worth the views. We ended our tour of Sleeping Bear National Park by doing the Dune Challenge, of course, and Dalton was able to participate in that even though his toes were killing him. And at the last stop of our scenic route, my mom and dad took this picture near the mountaintop. It was a beautiful day, and we got tons of pictures. There's Zoltan doing the dune challenge. On to the next day. This is when we went out to Macintosh Island. The only way to get there is by ferry. This is the ferry that we took. We were on the last ferry of the day that actually went the longer route because it went underneath the Mackinac Bridge. Actually, I don't think the ferry is the only way to get to the island, but it is the fastest way to get to the island. You'll be able to tell just how fast we were going by my sister's hair in this photo. It was definitely chilly, but it kept the bugs away, so we enjoyed it. And here's the bridge that we went under. We learned a lot of interesting facts about the bridge. It's over 5 miles long, and it is actually Michigan's single largest asset. This bridge connects the upper and lower peninsulas of Michigan. It stands as one of man's greatest engineering and construction achievements, bridging 5 miles of open water which was formerly served only by ferries. The crossing is made in minutes today, where previously delays of 36 hours and longer could be encountered. It was designed by Dr. D.B. Sternenman. The bridge has been engineered to withstand many times the recorded stresses of ice pressure, wind velocity, gravity, etc. Construction began in 1954, and the bridge was opened to traffic on November 1st of 1957. And finally, we made it to the island, where no vehicles are allowed. The only way to get around is by bicycle or walking. We ended up getting bikes. Blair struggled a little bit, but my dad and I got a tandem bike, and I think we struggled the most. We still managed to make it to Arch Rock, which was beautiful, if you can't tell by these photos. After giving up on the bikes, we decided to do some shopping. I found these shoes that I absolutely thought were just so cute. And then I think that's all the photos I got from there. But here's Taquanok Falls, which we also hit up while we were in the Upper Peninsula. These are nicknamed the Root Beer Falls because of their dark brown color, which we learned was just a natural process of decay of the trees and sediment and debris and everything forming the acid that makes it a brown color. Dawn and Dad weren't able to join us on the hike because it was a lot of steps to view the falls from the upper and lower side, but my mom, sister, and I all got photos for them to see. Oh yes, here's the photo. It's called tannic acid. That's what makes the brown color of the falls. After visiting the falls, we had a picnic lunch at Whitefish Point. It was really cool to learn about some of the ships that had sank in Lake Superior, surprisingly. One of them that we saw a monument about was the ship of the Edmund Fitzgerald. We all listened to the song, so we were pretty familiar with what happened there. Unfortunately, I didn't get any photos from Whitefish Point or from Petoskey Lake, which is also what we visited on our drive back to Brighton. But while we were at Petoskey, we looked for some of the fossilized coral, which is called Petoskey. It's how it gets its name. And then once we were back in Brighton, we of course went to Hungry Howie's. Here's a picture of my dad picking up our pizza. And then we went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 at the cinema. That was a lot of fun. And Sean was with us for that, so it was really cool. And we also did an escape room on our last day together, and we did make it out in time. So thank you for watching. That was our family vacation.